Video. Hey, there we are. Okay, so welcome everybody. Thank you for jumping on this call tonight. My name is Renee Edmond. I'm a marketing director in this concept right here in Houston, Texas. And I have the pleasure and privilege of hosting tonight's call. So a lot of you are on here because you know that we have a huge event. And it's okay, we're gonna record. But we have a huge event coming up May 20th, and it's actually happening in 40 cities across America. And we have the privilege right here in Houston, Texas, to have two of the top income earners in our market that are gonna bring the fire and energy. So we are gonna be discussing some income. So just for housekeeping rules, if you're a guest on this call, please make sure that you get an income disclosure statement from whoever invited you, just so you understand the numbers that we are talking about. Because we have very successful people on this call, and I want you to be able to meet your trainers and know who you're gonna go up against. So without further ado, like I was saying, my name is Renee, and I've been in this concept now about 4.5 years, and my background's in nursing. I've been an RN for about 12 years. And when I saw this concept, it just completely blew my mind at what was possible. And I jumped in, and I've had a lot of success and a lot of fun through this concept and a lot of fulfillment because I've been able to help a lot of people do the same. I just want to be able to introduce, oh, wait. We're kind of maxed out. Yeah. Oh, sorry. I know a lot of people are trying to get on right now, and it's saying that it's maxed out. So excuse me. We're going to have to catch the recording here in just a second. But so make sure that we are recording, so we'll be able to forward this out to our teams here in a minute. So May 20th, this is happening in 40 cities across the U.S. Right here in Houston, it's going to be at the Ava Center. And the first gentleman I really want to introduce you guys to is someone that just completely screams energy. And I had the privilege of meeting him here just recently, but I've seen him walk that stage numerous times at every one of these events that we've been going to. And he's so young. It blew my mind at what he's already completed in the last 3 years of being a part of this concept. So if you're looking at America, he's the first one at his age, at the age of 24, to be able to hit national marketing director in this concept within about 3 years of joining. And again, you could take a look at the income disclosure statement if you're not familiar with the income at that level, but it is a very comfortable 6 figures. And it's the point where a lot of us see and meet freedom. So I want him to get on here and just share his story. And I know he's going to be bringing so much fire, so much energy, because he is a ball of energy. And he literally has mentored thousands of people across the world. He has teams of people all over the world. So without further ado, let me see. Let me introduce you guys to Mr. Taylor G.
So you can hear me though. I'm good to speak.
Yes.
Awesome. So for everybody out there, first of all, thank you guys so much for allowing me to have this time to get on this. This is my first time doing a Zoom team. Oh, there I am. Oh, that's me. Well, anyway, so I'm so thankful. I'm excited. The first time I ever went to Houston is when we had our national event. So to be coming out there and speaking to you amazing people, I'm just pumped, if you can't tell. So to jump into this thing so everybody knows it, because I want to respect everybody's time. I know it's late out there. So my name is Taylor Gathman. A lot of people call me Taylor G. I'm 25 years old. I saw this concept about 3.5 years ago when I was serving in the United States Air Force. Okay, I was actually a cop in the military, and when I saw this, it was introduced to me from a friend, and literally I thought it was amazing because I wanted to travel the world. I mean, that's why I joined the military. And Uncle Sam stationed me in Minot, North Dakota. You know, I love when Eric G says his place has more cows than people. Like, I swear Minot has more penguins than people. Not a game. Super cold. So literally, you know, saw the concept for the vacation side. I joined. But the business side was foreign to me. I've never done any type of, you know, direct sales or any type of business before. But literally, I just said, you know, I want to get my 4, and I'm down to do it. If I share it with some people, I make some money. Cool. Well, what happened was literally in 6 months part-time doing this, just doing this for 2 hours a day, I hit director. A couple months after that, I hit marketing director. And literally, this thing has just took off. So within the last 3.5 years, I hit national marketing director, 100K ring earner, literally about 200 away from IMD. And because of the travel side, I've been able to go on over 60 vacations, traveled the world from Thailand, Fiji, to places like Singapore, Japan. I mean, all over the world with this concept. In the business, we've created a system within our organization that has actually allowed 15 people on my team, my direct team, to actually step away from their job and now start doing World Ventures full time. So we've been having a lot of success, over 100 paid for vehicles because of the lifestyle bonus on our team. And we've just been winning, and we've had a lot of fun. So literally that's our story.
Phenomenal. I know there's a lot of people here that are completely blown away just at the pace that you were able to complete this. So my question to you is, like, what would be the one nugget or the one key that really drove that type of momentum into your business?
Okay, well, for me, and that's an awesome question. For me, what I'd like to say to everybody out there, because I know if you don't know about the colors, there's colors in network marketing, or at least covers in our business. We got different: red, blue, green, and yellow. And literally red is the driven, dedicated person that's just hard charged, never stops, going forward. Green's the analytical person that likes systems and papers and taking notes. Blue is the fun, and yellow is all about the hugging of people. Okay, the people lover, like you like to call them. But literally, for me, for everybody out there, what happened was when I got started, I was a dysfunctional red. So like literally, if you didn't sign up, I thought you were crazy and I just pushed you out of the way. Like literally, I would scream at you like, what? You're not trying to go on a $169 cruise? You're crazy. And what happened was I ended up pushing a lot of people out of my organization or stopping people from getting started. So what I would say is one of the biggest nuggets is, well, I'll put it into two parts. One, if I'm talking to my people that are business minded, people that want to make a substantial amount of income in this concept so you can live more, have more, and do more. In order for you to make green, you got to get a little bit green. Okay, so you got to get analytical. Like literally for me, what changed my business when I started to look at how I can, propel people to have success that they want to shoot for instead of me pushing them like a red does. So literally what I'm saying is, like, I made people's why. Everybody that joins my team, I make their why my why. So if you join and you say you want financial freedom, or you want to be able to, stay at home with your kids, or you want to be able to travel more, whatever your why is, I make it my why. And me and you sit down and we set up a game plan together, a system that helps you achieve it and me help you achieve success. So literally becoming green, writing down systems, making game plans for people, individuals. So because a lot of people, what they do is they try to, when they sign somebody up, they look at them for their contact list. And they look at people for like numbers, like if I sign you up and I get 1,000 through you, that's one line to IMD. But that's not what everybody wants. Other people might just want to get their 4. Maybe some people only want to make $100 a month to pay for daycare or something. Like, you don't know what their why is until you ask. So become a green, start asking more questions, and start setting up a game plan. And the second part to that, with that nugget being said, is literally create a system for you and your team. So that's one thing for me. Literally, when I got started with this concept, I knew how to sign people up. I knew how to show people the information, sign people up, and that was it. But literally, you got to have a system in place. Our IC system is awesome. There's systems that are probably instilled in your upline that is getting passed down to you. You just have to have a system. Literally, this isn't the Wild Wild West where you could just go out there gunslinging and expect to have massive success. If you create something that's duplicatable, that's fun, and that shows people a fast track to success, they'll follow it, but it has to be tailored. You can't just be out there doing it. So my thing is a system. So system being green, and you be winning.
I hear that. So talk about being tailored. We see that you've definitely made that tailor-made in your organization. So another question, because, a lot of people have a lot of things going on outside of World Ventures. And, a lot of people, when, they get into the system, they see a possibility at freedom if it's convenient. So when you're looking at, someone who has children, they have a full-time job, maybe they're a coach of their kids' soccer team, and all of these other responsibilities that, go into just living their everyday life. And then they see an opportunity like this, and, everybody prioritizes things differently. But what would you say to that person that has so much going on in everyday life, and we're, stressing the urgency of getting to this event? But why would, kind of just, share a little bit around that? Like, what would you say to that person that's kind of sitting on the fence of whether or not they should take their Saturday, spend $40 to come and sit and see you, Mr. Taylor?
Oh, yeah. Well, first things first, for everybody out there that's serious about doing the business, I'm going to teach everybody what took me from 0 left to 0 right to now over 10,000 people that have joined my team in the last 3.5 years. So I think that's going to be worth the $40 to be there. You know what I mean? I think that's going to be worth it. missing, Saturday football or basketball, whatever's on right now. But besides that joke, literally from me to you, it's this word that a lot of us are scared to say, scared to even mention or even hear it. It's called sacrifice.
Mm.
So what I say to people that have kids and that, that have full-time jobs and full-time commitments, I get it because I was there. When I joined this concept, I was working in the military 12 to 16 hours a day. Literally, I worked from 3:30 a.m. to 6 p.m. for 5 to 6 days a week, and I had one day off in the military. So and if anybody is in the military, your day off is not a day off. So I had to understand that if I wanted that life to persist, I just had to accept it. But I didn't want that. So literally I had to sacrifice. So what I did is I get off at 6 or 6:30 and I would go put on a team shirt and I would do a presentation. I would do a travel party for 2 hours a day, every single day until I got my freedom, until I got my why. So for everybody, I know it's uncomfortable to say sacrifice, and it's weird because you're going to have to do more than what you're doing now, and you already feel like you're tapped out on sacrifice, but you have to understand, if you over-sacrifice now, you'll never have to sacrifice again. See, that's what I was interested in. See, when I saw this deal, I saw freedom when I really got into it. I just want to get my forward, but literally when it started rolling, I saw myself as a way to be able to have time and money freedom, but I knew it wasn't going to be easy. But see, that's why this is not called Get Rich Quick. This is Get Wealth Possible, Get Freedom Possible. But you have to have a sacrifice. So you got to make do. Because if you don't, if you just settle and say, you know what, I'll go to the next training event. Okay. But the longer you wait, the more you're going to have to sacrifice. Because literally now, I don't have to sacrifice. Or I don't have to sacrifice as much. I'm not working 16, 17 hours a day like I used to, but guess what? When I first got started, I had to work 20 plus hours. I had to sacrifice a day off. I had to sacrifice sleep to drive 9 hours to Minnesota, where our closest RTE was, to be able to hear the nuggets and knowledge I needed to come back to Minot, North Dakota and blow up to get this freedom, to get this ring. So if you're sitting here and you have obligations, kids, full-time work, you're tired, we were all there. Anybody successful will tell you we were there. We just chose to keep pushing and sacrifice a little bit more now so we never have to sacrifice again. So that's the type of stuff you're going to learn on Saturday. So that's why you need to be there.
Yeah, I mean, that completely resonates with me. And knowing that this is not a get rich quick, it's a get wealthy possible. That's one of my mantras that I say all the time. And it's definitely a sacrifice because, when we keep doing the same things and expecting different results, it's truly the definition of insanity. So if nothing changes, nothing will ever change. And, right now we're at a very, seeing what I've seen over the last 4 years, just all the changes that our company has made and the growth that World Venture is at. And I really do believe that we're at a very, very pivotal point in our company history.
Oh, yeah.
So if you could just from your own experience and what you've seen, just how do you feel about this moment right now in World Ventures, knowing that we are definitely at the right place at the right time with the right opportunity and the right leadership?
I say this in my presentation, and that is an awesome point. I say this in my presentation every single night. If you're in right now, this is like getting a piece of Apple before it dropped the iPhone. Like literally, you're part of, I'm trying to think, Mark Zuckerberg's core group of friends, and literally he invited us to his dorm room and he's kicking off Facebook. That's like Wayne Nugent right now. Like you have a piece, like, I don't know if there's fortunate people that are on this call right now that got privy information of, I don't know, something that was coming out like the Mac, book or the Rolex when it first rolled out, or their family got the piece of the first McDonald's. But literally, I wasn't there. My family was not there. When they were kicking off Nike, no one called the Gathmans. You know what I mean? But literally, you're there right now. So you're at a place where this is as bad as it's ever going to be, and it's pretty freaking good. When we make over $900 million and we've only been around for 11, 12 years, that's a huge clue that what we're going to do in the next year, in the next year, in the next year, and you're here now. See, you're here before the flood comes, before people are knocking on the door, just doing World Ventures all wrong, just to let you know, knocking on the door, showing blue signs and saying, are you ready to get started? We're here before that. So like literally you don't want to miss that boat. I always say it's a wave right now, and everybody that's here that's taking this serious, you're on top. And we're gonna ride that thing to the top. But if you're sitting here and you're not taking the advantage of being early, you're downstream. And when we're all coasting because we put in the time now and we're there and we took it for what it was, you're just going to be trying to paddle upstream. And we all know how that happens. It's not fun. So like literally, that's why I don't miss a training event. I go to everything and anything that can excel or help my business because I don't want to miss market share. When I've never done anything business but before this concept, now I'm dabbling in different businesses and stuff. And what I've learned is that businesses fight for market share. McDonald's, multi-billion-dollar corporation, they will fight little guys for market share because how powerful it is. So if you have a chance to get market share, June says this thing, June Acosta says it all the time. I'm going harder than my qualified reps, double IMD, million-dollar ring earner because of market share. Because if we're here now, getting this type of income now and this type of winning now, just imagine where we're going to be in 5 years. You don't want to miss it. Don't want to miss it.
And I won't miss it. I'm there with you there, Taylor.
Oh, yeah.
I'm just excited. I can't wait to be sitting in front of you and just getting all these nuggets that you're going to be sharing with us over that Saturday. And, thank you for your time, your leadership. I can't wait to just see whatever nuggets you're going to drop to unlock the key to all of our business and really take Houston to another level. So I'm excited that you're going to get to be here. And I'm also very excited too that our special guest was able to make it on the call. Awesome. Yeah. Right. So I know that you guys work very, very closely together and, he's developed and created so many leaders like yourself throughout his organization. So if you would just do us all a favor and just, a little nugget about our next guest speaker.
Oh yeah. I would not be here if it wasn't for this guy right here starting. I mean, he's literally the sponsor of the man that sponsored me. So literally, so we were able to get him on the call. We were literally able to get him on the call. Good. Awesome. So this is the thing. He hit ranks when we were just thinking about hitting ranks. Like no one moved faster on our team than Tony LoBuglio. He's the first IMD on our team. I mean, literally, this guy is a beast, and he is the systematic genius that put everything together. You've probably heard of the team Tunnel Vision. I'm pretty sure you've heard of it once or twice, shouted out in the crowd. And this is the man that started it. So literally, like this guy, when we got started, he was one of the people that we looked up to. He was the one that was like the master splinter for us that was breaking down what we needed to do to hit ranks because he was the one hitting them. So I am just thankful that I get to work with my brother. I get to be able to be there. But if you think that I'm going to be dropping nuggets, my man is going to be dropping gold bricks. So he's just an absolute, a little bit about him. Tony, he did over 10 years active duty Air Force, chose to step away from a very successful Air Force career because of this. So if that doesn't tell you about the man's success, he's a top 10 income earner in GPN, Get Paid Nation, which is Eric Grzybowski's team, top 10 income earner of over 100,000 other members. I mean, that's all you need to hear and why you need to be there on Saturday. So please, I'm going to sit back real quick and turn my stuff off so I can hear my brother speak. Go ahead.
Amen. So without further ado, Mr. Tony LoBuglio, IMD, International Marketing Director. Are you on the call?
Chantel, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yeah, it's actually Renee, but I'm here.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know. I didn't realize. My bad. Well, I'm here, girl. Glad you can hear me.
I'm glad you were able to make it. So, there's a lot of people that aren't familiar with your story, and I've seen you cross stage because literally it's you and your family. And I think that's what really blew me away when I first saw you crossing stage at these events is that you are literally bringing your family with you. So could you just give us a little background and share your story?
Yeah, sure. Absolutely. First and foremost, guys, thanks for having me on this call. And special thank you to my guy, $500,000 Tay. Taylor, man, that dude is the beast of all beasts, and you guys just got a taste of just a little bit of it just now, but man, we're gonna bring it coming up on the 20th, and you're gonna get to see what really that beast is like. But guys, for those that don't know me, my name is Tony LoBuglio. I'm an international marketing director with World Ventures. I saw this idea a little over 4 years ago, almost 4.5 years ago. And at the time, I was active duty Air Force, and I was a serial entrepreneur. I owned multiple businesses, small businesses, I don't want to say that I was looking for something, but man, I was definitely looking for something. I didn't know what I was looking for, but I just always had in my heart, man, freedom. I always just wanted to do what I wanted. I wanted to be able to do what I wanted whenever I wanted. I wanted to help people. And I love the military, guys. I served 14 years in the United States Air Force. My wife served 13. We are extremely proud. We are honored to be able to serve our country. And it was great while it lasted. We got to see the world. We gained some experiences that you couldn't even imagine. But for us at a time, it was just like any other job. And we felt like there was a ceiling above us, really, that we couldn't control. And so I just started looking for some things that I could start on a part-time basis that would eventually transition into full-time and could possibly get my time back, possibly get some freedom and maybe some extra money, or maybe even a whole lot more money. So my wife, Megan, and I, we started traditional-based businesses almost 15 years ago. Our least expensive one cost us $10,000 to start. That was a travel agency. Our most expensive one cost us $150,000 to start, and that was a real estate investment company. So you guys are going to get a lot of my story. I'll tell you a little bit about this call, but you're going to get a lot of it in the training. What I really want to tap on is this, guys. Why this? Why now? I heard Taylor. I got on the call a little late. I heard Taylor dripping on it. But why this? See, I've done the gauntlet. And why should you believe me? At 19 years old, I joined the United States Air Force. I did it for 14 years. And then I've done a lot of other things, a lot of businesses, a lot of investing, a lot of careers, a lot of jobs. I've tried a lot of ways to make money. I've tried a lot of ways to do it on a part-time basis and a full-time basis. And I'll tell you guys, man, I've just been through it. The ups and the downs, the losses, the gains, had a whole lot of fun, been through a lot of stress. But what I can tell you is I've never seen anything like World Ventures. And at the time that I saw it, I didn't see that vision. I simply trusted my friend. I believe that I can take some extra vacations every now and then. And if I got to make some extra money, it'd be a bonus. I just didn't see the big picture. I'd never done anything in this in this industry before. This is my very first company in network marketing, and I didn't know what the heck I was doing. But I was excited about the possibility. I was hungry for more. And if this was the vehicle that could get us there, man, I didn't care how long it was going to take, because I was going to put my all into it. When we got started, we only listened to the people that were winning. We only followed those people. We only followed them on Facebook. We went to whatever training events that they were training at. We immersed ourselves in the World Ventures audios and the training program and the Advantage program. And we just became students of this. We became coachable and teachable. We didn't look left. We didn't look right. And we just started focusing on World Ventures and nothing but World Ventures. Initially, very, very part-time, because that's all we had. But slowly, over time, that gained into full-time. And, just fast forward a little bit, it's been almost 4.5 years. We've been able to go on almost 60 of those vacations. We haven't had to work a job or a business in 3 years. We are now multiple six figures in this idea, national trainers, all of our families involved, our brothers and sisters, our parents, our grandparents. Man, this thing has completely changed our life for the positive. And what's so special is not only has it been able to do it for us, we've been able to bring a lot of our friends and family along with us. And, in addition to that, along the way, you meet some incredible people like a Taylor, who just organically just cross your path, man. They become a part of your organization, or you become a part of theirs. And then before you know it, you're great friends, your family, your business partners, and you're doing this thing together. You're creating a movement together that, if you get good and you put the time and energy and effort into over a few short years, your great grandkids might never have to work a day in their life if you or they so choose. So I'm going to pass it back to you, May. You can ask me whatever questions you want. If you want me to answer on something, we'll bring it, girl. But yeah, I'm going to shut up for a second.
I think you just laid so many nuggets right there. You guys have had a lot of success, and I love the fact that you've tried so many different things in order to create income and really create that type of abundance, because there's a lot of people that have, ventured off into different traditional businesses, and they realize that it's a lot of work, it's a lot of time, it's a lot of energy, and they still don't get to own their life at the end of this. And for you to be able to do this in a matter of 4.5 years to reach reach the very top level of this company. It just, it just really puts things into perspective of what's possible with World Ventures. And I love also that the fact that neither one of you had any prior networking experience before this, and having different backgrounds and, different places that we come from. But, looking, just because, you and Taylor both have had very, very fast, or what's considerably fast, results in this business. So someone that has been in just the same amount of time, and, they're kind of looking at things and half in, half out kind of attitude, maybe because they haven't had the type of results like you guys have been able to produce. And we all know that comparison is the thief of all joy. But what would you say to that person that's just kind of, they're in, but I would say coasting? Is that a good way to put it?
Yeah, that's what you're looking for. Coasting. I don't know, maybe they're praying, they're hoping that the right one comes along, and then all of a sudden, their business is going to take off. If that's the case, stop. Don't do that. If you really want to attract an ace, you must be an ace. And in order to be an ace, you need to know what an ace looks like. You need to know what an ace does. You need to know what the qualities they have. And, what I love about this business, guys, and here's the thing. It doesn't matter how long you've been in. And please don't compare your stories to ours. And if you're not, on that same timeline or having the same type of success, don't beat yourself up, because you have no idea what we've been through. See, you see somebody like a Tony LoBuglio come into this thing and zero experience. I can't speak for Taylor, but I'll speak for myself. See, I had so much other experience and a lot of other things. I took my lumps. I went door to door. I had to ask for the sale in a lot of my other businesses. I had to make the cold calls. I had to learn to speak in public. I had to budget. I had to do time management. I had to put out fires. I was used to carrying stress and debt and all those things. And when you become an entrepreneur, especially for the first time, those are very new for you. And what's crazy is, as you're taking on all of that stuff, life is still happening. Your family's still there. Your job's still there. Your debt, your bills, your health, all the things are still there. And it can become very overwhelming for people. And here's what I'll say for you guys. Okay, it doesn't matter how long you've been in. What I love about World Ventures and what I love about this industry is that we have the ability to start over every single day. And we get to start over with every single new member that we bring into this idea. See, they don't know about the last couple months or the last couple years. They don't know if you've been in a plateau or in a valley. They don't know if you had family issues or you're in debt or what's going on. They don't know all that. All they know is, as soon as they get started, the only example, the only influence they have of this idea is you. So if you've been going at the pace of a snail for the past 4 years, so what? Go sign somebody up tomorrow and say, what? We're going to score in 24 now. We're going to get 4 in 24 now. We're going to get lifestyle qualified in our first week, our first 2 weeks, our first month, senior rep in our first month. Set whatever pace you want to set and go get it. See, what we did in our culture, legacy worldwide, tunnel vision, no days off, this whole get paid nation culture, guys, all we do is we go fast. That's it. We're not doing anything that you're not doing. You have an amazing leader. You guys have, in that whole area, you have amazing leaders. So I know you're being taught the same things that we're being taught. We're going to the same training programs. We have the same presentation. We have the same product. We have the same compensation plan. What we're doing, though, is we're just going faster. We are purposely compounding effort, and we're trying to shrink down that time frame in order for us to get the freedom into some life-changing results. So we kind of set those high goals for our teammates and for ourselves right from the get-go, and we set them very high, and we're okay if we don't meet those goals. We're okay if we kind of fail, if you will, to hitting those goals. But because we set them so high and we try to go so much faster, usually we're a lot further along than the average bear. All right. And then if we don't hit our goal, we just readjust. We figure out what we did wrong, and we just go set a new high goal and we go get it. And we push each other. So we focus on scoring fast. We focus on getting our teammates paid. We focus on getting them on a dream trip. And we go all the way to the bottom. A rising tide lifts all boats. And we just focus on that brand new person. They are the most important person on the team, even more than that old head that's been around for 4 or 5 years. We want to focus on the new blood. And when we do that, we build through and we build up and we lift ranks. You mentioned we popping leaders. Girl, I wish that I could take credit for people like Taylor and a lot of the leaders we're popping. What we're doing is we're speaking it into our existence. We're telling people exactly what we're doing, exactly where we're going, exactly what our lives are going to look like in 3, 5, 10, 20 years, and that we're willing to bring them along and show them the ropes with us. And if they want a piece of the pie, let's get it. And if you don't want a piece of the pie, then just keep watching us, because we ain't slowing down. So for the people that have been in for a while, look, it's all good. So what? All right. You always have a plateau before your big peak. All right. And maybe you've had a longer plateau than the average person. So what? Snap out of it, make a decision, get your regional training event ticket. Let Taylor and I come show you exactly how we've done it, exactly what we do and how we go build fast. And who knows? Maybe this was the call you've been waiting for. Maybe Taylor's voice, maybe my voice, maybe we're the ones that you've been praying for to come snap it out of you and poke you in the chest, or do whatever you need to do to actually get what it takes to do this business. We are not the smartest. We are not the sharpest tools in the shed. But what I will tell you guys is that you're going to get 100% of the truth from us. We don't fake it. We're going to give you the good, the bad, the ugly. We are not afraid of hard work. We bust our butts, and we're going to tell you that you're going to have to do the same thing for 3 to 5 years if you want to get freedom. But we will also tell you that if you do follow that roadmap, the results will be there.
So, Tony?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, great. Well, thank you so much for all of that, because it was so jam-packed full of knowledge, and I know I'm going to go back and replay that and listen to everything that you said again. And I'm just excited that you guys are getting to come into Houston, both from the same team, and just getting to learn your system, and for you guys to break that down piece by piece and really get to implement that here in Houston. So if you're on this call right now and you don't have that ticket to RTE, I suggest you get it right now. And it's wveventreg.com in order to get registered for that event on May 20th, where you can hear and see and sit in front of these 2 amazing men that not only served in the military, and thank you so much for your service, both of you, but now they're able to provide freedom and create freedom in other people's lives in a lot of other ways. So thank you for your time, your attention, and just being able to pour back into us. But I'm going to wrap this call up, and we'll see you on May 20th, guys.
Get it!